but I would 100% can see the franchise and what it is, and so you have kind of thought it out.
Yeah, I just want to connect to all professionals on the scene, like nationally. However we're gonna do that, we don't know yet, but there's gonna be a tool for that, whether it's a space, whether it's online platform that we're developing right now.
It has a community. The same people are here often. There's great ideas being generated from it. There's drama and competition. You know, it's all here.
Well, work and roll, we're talking about this place, crazy. This is the place where everything starts.
Okay. Hi, my name is Julia. I'm co-founder of Work and Roll, a co-working space, cannabis friendly, cannabis industry friendly in New York City. I would say from the business model perspective, this is the main revenue stream, which is event venue, and also marketing tool for brands to expand to New York market. Because we're doing a lot of brand activations, we're doing a launch parties for brands here with whatever they want to activate, whether they have smoking device and they want to bring customers and let them try this new thing, or their brand of flower, or their brand of whatever it is, you know.
So as a brand, I mean, it's been exponentially helpful. Whether it be just being in the right place at the right time, but you know, them culminating the right, like a scenario for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, this place really reminds me of Spain. Yeah, it definitely has like this, you know, Barcelona social club vibe to it, where it has a community. The same people are here often. There's great ideas being generated from it. Seeing it sort of develop, people trying to figure out where they belong, how they belong there. Work and Roll is like a market incubator in a lot of ways. And you can smoke at all of it. Like, it's pretty rad at the end of the day.
Matt, Julie, Alex, they're doing an amazing job. This is like pioneers of the culture. We're talking about consumption sites, right? Here, like people, even they don't have to be consumers. They can come just to work. It's also cool. But they cool with the vibe. They cool with the other people are high. We shouldn't be like closed only for ourselves. We should be open and, you know, coexist with other, you know, like groups of people. It's like, this is this fucking stigma, what we are breaking, what we are fighting against. People think, or, you know, somebody thinks that, you know, being a stoner means something, means another kind of, another group, another aliens, I don't know, like, no, it's absolutely normal, usual. It's like people go at night and they have a few drinks and it's normal, it's the same, it's the same. So let's be like, you know, let's try to be together and coexist, and if somebody wants to come to your place, and that place is a consumption site, so let them have this area, you know, like to work and just to be out of it.
This place, I would say, is perfect for creatives, for business people, for like hardworking entrepreneurs. So this is, I would say, more professional vibe. That's what I'm trying to keep. But every place is so niche, and there is a need for all of the places, for all of the communities to be present and to enjoy their time. A lot of people just like, they know each other from like somewhere. Oh, someone told me, someone, but they never met actually. And there is like this small windows where they can meet, like events. And okay, oh, you just have 2 hours at the event where you can have to meet all these people, and you don't have time for that. And it's just like, I wanted to do something consistent where you can just come every day, network, get your business done, get your stuff done, and just, you know, connect to the people.
What's happening in New York right now is essentially, it's like a whole other way for marijuana culture to express itself in a way that has not happened in this country before, as nothing that I've experienced, you know? I love it because, you know, I drink, but not a ton, but like I'll go out for a beer now and again and stuff like that, but it's like cool to be able to go out and like have a smoke with friends in a place that has a certain vibe. It's like a cool experience that like is unavailable to pretty much everybody, you know, so it's great.
There are a lot of introverts right now, like, you know, like it's like every day, more and more. Where you go to know other people? Museum? Come on, let's, you know, like let's be serious. Where you go? Nightclub? No way, no fucking way. So this is maybe like the last, you know, like I don't know how to say, the last column of the socializing people. So why, you know, the consumption sides? What's the benefit? The benefit to society is like in 2023, it's maybe only one thing that really unites people. You know, like people come and they see each other, they talk, they don't talk. They maybe just consume and observe other people, or they just want other people to observe them.
Now, I think these places are critical to exist, but without these places, it would be possible too, because like we know how New York is, like all these boroughs, all these like little communities, they just stay there, they just do their own thing. So without communication and this connection, it would be interesting too, you know, like so many things just happening, popping up at the same time. But with having those places, this is like how people from different cultures and different backgrounds just come together and create something more special and more beautiful, you know. And actually, like, just this need in a community space too, because like I come from another country, and it's like this need for community, this is like really, it feels really hard when you come to another place. And I've been traveling a lot too, working from different places, and just, you know, it just wasn't this feeling where you can be like, oh my God, I'm home, you know, I just feel this community vibe. And we were like, okay, let's just do this ourselves and just, you know.
Before we move on with the content, I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Smoke for supporting this content right here. So if you guys go to drsmoke.com, use my discount code LMC, you're gonna get 15% off your entire order. And I highly recommend, you know, you go to Dr. Smoke, order some stuff. They've got high quality stuff. They've got drinks. They've got all different types of goodies. They've got, you know, big brands, right? All different types of brands, 3Chi. All different types of stuff. They've got all the types of candy, right? All super high quality, all tested, all good to go, all legal, delivered to your door. So go to drsmoke.com, use discount code LMC at checkout, get 50% off your order. And also, this is gonna help, you know, support this content here. So if you wanna support the show, go try it out. Go to drsmoke.com, use my discount code LMC10, and get 50% off your order. Now, let's jump back into the content.
Whenever you do something where it's competitive, there's always ego involved. Not everyone's a Buddhist. And even if you are a Buddhist, there's rent to pay.
I mean, if the regulators care about small businesses and they care about having like a healthy, strong cannabis economy, I feel like these places are critical. Would you say so? Or?
Yes, but I would say that the government should help us with just monetizing those spaces, because it's like just being the community space, it doesn't make a living, you know, it doesn't allow to have employees, it doesn't, you know, there's like a lot of little parts, and the state should figure out how this can be profitable for them too, to make their tax money and for us to exist.
There's the potential for social change and a development of new ideas that can be applied to the market and beyond, but that's what makes social consumption dangerous, if you think about it from a political lens, and why the government hasn't rushed to allow it. I mean, I think the most dangerous thing you can do is get a bunch of stoners that know how to navigate the internet and you know, cryptocurrency together and get them thinking on a high level and putting their energy together. That's a dangerous situation if you desire to keep the status quo. And so I've always thought about that from the consumption lens, is like political control of hippies, the war on drugs, the control of black and brown communities. Like, it's not just some conspiracy theory, it's fucking real. So like that, how does that continue? How does that continue to exist in why things aren't legalized, or why Colorado still really doesn't have social consumption after all these years? It's already fading, right? The acid is wearing off, and the sun is coming up, and people are trying to figure out where their shit is and how to get home. The reality of, I would say this, like any art form, it either goes corporate or it dies, right? And so like we're in that period where you're either gonna go corporate or you're gonna die. How do you create communities without losing identity, right? We can stay individual, but we can collaborate to create something. Like coming together to create content with other companies that may be competitive. Why is that a bad thing? Like we're really not competing with each other. We're competing with, and not to be like whatever, but like Cresco, Curaleaf, whatever, corporate cannabis. You're a small business trying to make it in a market that will be dominated by dollars sooner than later. It is already really in New York. Like
Places are opening, places are closing, Denver, California, all over the place. Like, okay, let's try BYO. It's not working really, because it's like, you know, place must sell something, time or products or something. Or it should be what I was advocating for this whole time. It should be a sustainable business without cannabis, but if you add cannabis to this, this is even better. Like a restaurant, coffee shop, co-working, anything, yoga studio, Pilates studio. It should be sustainable just by itself as a business. And if you add a little infusion, that's, you know.
Yeah, retail is gonna be in trouble if this model becomes accepted. I mean, not only from like the legacy market, but like this place is gonna have to be able to retail product in order to survive, the same way that it's done in Spain, the same way it's done in Amsterdam. Like that will have to be the model. So that has to be the model, right? And so it's difficult. I always say this, like retail struggles, most retail struggles because it lacks an identity, right? It just is a convenience store, it is a liquor store, and they do it to themselves by failing to curate a menu, right? I need Stizzy, I need these things, because if I don't have it, the person down the street will have it, and the customer will just go there. A lounge doesn't have that mentality. Like this place doesn't have that mentality. This place is gonna put what it wants on the menu because it has an identity, and it has a smaller consumer base, which is easier to understand and easier to thereby serve.
So yeah, we'll see. Just this uncertainty with the regulations, this is just what drives all of the entrepreneurs crazy, because we don't know what's gonna happen. Like we can't predict the month from now. We can't do anything pretty much. We're just waiting, like what's gonna happen, because, you know, it's like they're figuring it out right now, and we're like waiting, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
All I say, like, you know, the weed business, the weed, it's like about passion. I'm after that. I know that sometimes it's not possible, it's very complicated, expensive to do, but let's face it, again, if you want to have a perfect place, it's like a restaurant. You open a restaurant, you want to be an amazing restaurant, so everybody's going to talk about it, so do it proper. Be professional. I always say, I don't care what you do, be professional, and I'm going to respect you.
This is becoming a real, actual business. It's not going to be trapping in 5 years or 10 years or whatever. And, you know, you have to start treating it as such at some point, and the time is now. That's kind of how I feel.
It's a lot harder to squash a movement in New York than Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Just because it's based off of pure population.
Population and desire. I mean, not to knock any other place, but like New York hustles hard, and we always have.
Do you like it here more, or Europe, or Brazil?
I mean, the freedom of speech, this is like, you know, like freedom of speech and illegal cannabis. This is like what's perfect about this place, so.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
highly recommend, you know, you go to Dr. Smoke, order some stuff. They've got high quality stuff. They've got drinks. They've got all different types of goodies. They've got, you know, big brands, right? All different types of brands, 3Chi, all different types of stuff. They've got all the types of candy, right? All super high quality, all tested, all good to go, all legal, delivered to your door. So go to drsmoke.com, use discount code LMC at checkout, get 50% off your order. And also, this is gonna help, you know, support this content here. So if you wanna support the show, go try it out. Go to drsmoke.com, use my discount code LMC10, and get 50% off your order.